Ready to talk about Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone? Let's go. So this is a film that really started a cultural movement. They had the books out already. J.K. Rowling had already published some of the Harry Potter books, but this was the film that when it came out took the world by storm. Harry, Ron, and Hermione instantly became cultural icons. So how did I feel about this movie? Obviously I've seen it before, so this was a rewatch for me. And did it live up to expectations? Did it live up to the image I had in my mind? I would say no, but it was still good. When I first saw this film when I was a kid, all the little details that bother me now didn't bother me then. All I could see was this crazy world that I wanted to be a part of and live in. Now going back, there were some things that really stuck out to me as issues, but I don't think it took away all my enjoyment for watching the film. So let's start with the positives. Immediately, the first thing I noticed that I really still enjoyed rewatching this film was the music. The music was great. Every scene that really needed music had it, and it was never bad. I would download this and put it on my phone if I could, and I honestly probably can, and I will. It was epic when it needed to be, it was whimsical when it needed to be, it hit every emotional beat that the scene was trying to portray. It really kept you in the film. Along with that, I think that the acting from the adult actors was really good. Snape, McGonagall especially, really sold this fantastical world that they were a part of. Quill was very mysterious and, you didn't really know what he was doing until the end, obviously. Dumbledore was, above everyone, it seemed. And that was the point of his character. He's so powerful that he just feels like he's a different being entirely. And I think the actor for Dumbledore did a great job. However, where I think the negatives come in are with the acting from Ron, Harry, and Hermione. This is their first film together and they're very young. So their chemistry is not really there and the acting itself was not the best. However, I do kind of disagree with myself because at the end, with the climactic battle between Quill/Voldemort and Harry, Daniel Radcliffe did a great job there. And I think everyone's acting kind of got better near the end, but when they're first introduced, it's very cartoonish. And that kind of goes into my next point of the whole film feels very cartoony. It feels way more whimsical than the later films. Obviously that has to do with the directing style and the fact that they didn't really know where they were going to go with it. In the books, they'll start out light and they get darker, so it makes sense. But watching this, I was kind of getting like a Spy Kids kind of vibe. Obviously 10 times better than that, but very cartoony, wacky, mainly, kind of kids oriented with some adult elements versus as the characters get older, the films mature with the characters. So it's not necessarily a bad thing that it was kind of kiddish, but it was something I noticed. Going back to the age and like how the film kind of matured, the CGI does not hold up. The troll, especially the three-headed dog, the big CGI fantastical characters don't really hold up. However, the practical set designs and effects look great. I love the costumes. It really portrays this different world that they live in. You start out in the Muggle world with basic outfits, and then as soon as you go into Diagon Alley, everything changes. You really feel it with the costumes and the music. Now, the basic plot structure, I love. You got a bit of the Muggle world, and then got a bit of the life, the ordinary day-to-day life of Hogwarts with the climax at the end, with the mystery sprinkled in it. I love mysteries, so I really appreciated the fact that as they were showing the classes and doing the Quidditch and stuff like that, there was this overarching plot that the characters were trying to figure out. Excuse me. So I really liked that portion. I think that the whole time you're so caught up in the world, you kind of forget some of the earlier negatives I talked about with the acting from the kids and the dated CGI. It's there and it's noticeable, but you're so happy being in this world and so caught up with what's happening that you don't really notice it, and when you do, you don't really care. That's the mark of a great movie, in my opinion, that it can overcome its faults and really make you like the world and like what you're watching, even though you can notice their flaws, because no movie is perfect. So overall, what do I think of this movie? It's a 4 out of 5 for me. Yes, there are some negatives with the kid acting and the dated CGI, but overall the music, the pacing, the world that J.K. Rowling has built, that the director portrayed for her, great. It's a little kiddish. That's not really a bad thing. It's just how the first book is, and I love the bright colors and everything. It was just so enjoyable to watch. even though there are some things, especially CGI, that can kind of pull you out. The practical effects keep you in, the plot keeps you in, the acting from the adults keep you in, the overall intrigue that J.K. Rowling built keeps you in the movie. So, negatives aside, it's a 4 out of 5 for me. Definitely worth a rewatch. I can't wait to watch the rest, you know? This is a great introduction to the world for new viewers, and as a repeat viewer, it was a great way to kind of refresh my memory on the Harry Potter world and remember little details that I forgot. So, that's it for me, 4 out of 5. This is my first video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave constructive criticism in the comments down below, like and subscribe. I'll be sure to post as much as I can, frequently, at least 2 or 3 videos a week, depending on what I decide to review for you guys. If there's anything specific you want me to review, let me know. And with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching my first video. Let me know how I did, and I will talk to you guys on the next episode of 5-Star Reviews.